Clock in, clock in. Black got a jail out there.
Yeah. He already dead, there ain't no need to check his vitals, bitch. Yeah. He already dead, there ain't no need to check his vitals. Yeah, crunch time, yeah, nigga, it's lunch time. Let go, crunch time, yeah, nigga, it's lunch time. Yeah, crunch time, yeah, nigga, it's lunch time. Let go, crunch time, yeah, nigga, it's lunch time. He dead.
Team Black got a stun up, man. Yeah. Y'all, we got Melly back in the courtroom today, man. And it's looking like my boy is trying to get him a bond once again. And let's take a look at how that went.
So, Leandra, can we go back on the record?
Yes, let's get back to the state of Florida versus Devin Wilson, his defendant, his counsel, the assistant state attorney. The counsel, you wanted to call someone not as a witness, not to testify, but just to share her feelings, is that right?
Yes, sir. It's her input on bond under the statute.
And what is your name, ma'am?
My name is Leandra Phillips.
Can you spell your name for the court reporter, please?
Leandra Phillips.
Spell it.
Leondra, Leandra Phillips, Phillips.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Phillips, you were the mother of Christopher Thomas?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are your thoughts or opinion on Jamel Demons receiving a bond in the homicide of your son?
I don't think he should receive a bond, but I do know that he's innocent until proven guilty. But these are some serious accusations against him. So, and I understand he has money and don't want anything, nothing to happen to me or my family. So I don't think that he should be granted a bond at all.
Thank you, Ms. Phillips.
Well, thank you.
No. The state would stand upon the written response as well as incorporating into that the evidence that was presented at trial.
I have, again, I would object to the court even considering the statements of people that even the state has no idea where they are. We have, as I brought up several times, prior to the trial, during the trial, we have attempted to subpoena those people for deposition numerous times, most of them. There's a material witness bond as we speak on Mariah Hamilton. They don't know where she is. I moved to exclude many of those.
That's Mr. Demons, I know the president of former girlfriend. Right?
Yes.
Mother's name?
Who testified. And as the court knows, precluded her statement. And now they want you to consider something that the court has already ruled as inadmissible. In addition to that, they claim they haven't given us certain copies of things because it contained child pornography. They have violated their own rule because they gave us and sent to our investigator exactly what they're saying they can't give us now, previously.
Have you already got it? Why are you asking for it again?
Well, we were asking for the exhibits because they did not include everything that was on, that they extracted from the phone.
So you already have it?
We have it in a different format. As the court remembers, they introduced about 20 to 30.
I know that a lot of text messages, photographs, things like that.
But they introduced them through USB,
yes.
Numerous different ones. What we wanted, because I assume they will use the same ones, to give us copies of the portions that were introduced at trial so that we could file the appropriate motion in limine concerning some, if not all, of those exhibits.
And I think what she handed us, although we haven't looked at it, we're assuming that the bag full of jump drives that we were just handed is all of those things that she introduced in the first trial. Although the state told me on a phone call that she is free to change or add to that or do whatever she wants to try to introduce evidence in the second trial, but at least this gives us what was introduced as a starting point so we can address it in the motion already. So now we have it, I think, although I haven't looked at it yet.
And again, according to your pretrial order, we are to view all trial exhibits prior to trial, and I sent an email to Ms. Bradley.
Sure, should I coordinate something with somebody from our office? Sure.
Yes.
So there was also a motion that was filed for DNA discovery, to expedite that and file a public records request with the crime lab. They do require a court order, otherwise it will be redacted.
So, may I respond to that? I do have the court order prepared, and I apologize, I ended up with a sick child, so I didn't even email the judge the motion yesterday. I'm glad you read it. I do, and I can send over this afternoon to you, under the certain statutes, and I apologize, I can't remember off the top of my head. There are 2 statutes that we would be moving under that, because they hold it, which I'm sure you're aware, we can get around the chapter 119 issues, so I'll send you over the order, you review it, like it, I think we can get those documents there. I would ask that 7 days, would that be amenable to the state?
It'll probably take upwards of 20 to 30, that's just based on prior experience with how long it takes for the crime lab to get everything together. You're looking at,
So I'm only looking for the files, so Judge, so if you're aware.
I'm not.
So I filed a motion yesterday. While we were in trial last time, I believe it was 5/25, report was done. We ended up getting that discovery on.
Motion
Yes, Judge.
okay, so I do have it, I saw it. I
So-
didn't realize it was separate.
It wasn't, I'm sorry, she's reading it, so it's my fault. But yeah, I have the order that she needs. If it's 20 to 30 days, we would also ask if we could depose Kurt Rhodes, specifically only on the testing from, I believe 5/3 was her first test to 6/3. So there was additional testing done while we were in trial.
It's not, he's the DNA analyst.
Yes.
And is he, were you able to depose him initially?
Yes, but not regarding the tests that we were given while we were in trial. So 6/3/2023 was the first time we were ever given a report, and it was the first time throughout the 4 years that our client's DNA was included on anything. So even though we had deposed him before, it was years prior to this additional testing being done. And that's why it's really clear with our motion, everything I want is regarding from May to June, that particular DNA testing.
And you're saying, representing that those testing or whatever was done during that period was not subject to any deposition that you had in Mr. Rhodes?
Exactly.
without objection, Your Honor, just in terms of the schedule and time.
What I got to?
Yes.
Good, jury.
Oh,
I
Monday.
thought I was talking to there-
We don't have everybody up here.
Okay, so I'll get the proper order, which Ms. Bradley's talking about with all these statutory and 119 language in it. There was one other issue with regard to my other motion. Granted, part of it, she's handed over to the state's given Mr. Benjamin all of the 31 discs. I did need additional information regarding cell tower mapping. She says the state had told us that it was not in her possession. If it's not in the state's possession, I would ask then the alternative is if we could redepose Brendan Collin about these particular items that I'm looking for, or we give an order that she can give to Mr. Collins and give him 7 days to give us those documents.
So you're going to have specific items listed, there's nothing that's in the state's possession, nothing that's ever been in the state's possession. In fact, they specifically state federal agencies are one of them that are to be done. But if they are now calling their cell phone expert again, we're then back in the situation where the state has to depose their expert. Because if you recall, we had sent out on numerous days, they then canceled it unilaterally, even though I had set it on a weekend to continue this deposition. So there's going to need to be time for that.
So from the looks of it, Juvy mama not going for it. They trying to do everything in their power to get him a bond. I ain't gonna lie, Melly lawyer going through it with her kids right now. Like, she got a little situation going on. She even just mentioned it a little bit during this court proceeding, bro. But I guess we're going to see how this end up playing out, man, and see if they going to end up getting a bond or not. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Screw me.
Break my bread right now.